What else do you remember about your kids growing up?
About my kids or when I was growing up?
About your kids.
Oh, mine had a pretty good life. Because I went to work when Marie started school.
What kind of work did you do?
Factory.
Which factory was it?
General Motors, AC spark plug. Made spark plugs and fuel pump.
What's your favorite memory of all the kids?
Of what?
Your favorite memory of all the kids? All of your kids?
All of my kids?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to think a while over that.
Is there any time they got in trouble?
Mm-hmm.
Was there any time that they got in trouble?
They got in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
They got in trouble a lot of times. They got their little finished hand a lot of times. But Jim was the quietest, best one, I think, of the whole bunch. He wasn't one to start a fight like the girls were. The girls started a fight over one toy. Then when Millie was 12, she developed leukemia. And that was the saddest time of my whole life. The doctor told me what she had. And he said, there's not one thing I can do for her. And I thought, there should be something he could do. He said, I'll make her just as comfortable as I can, as I know how. But he said, there's nothing I can do for her. This is incurable. There's nothing to cure it.
How did they discover it, Granny? How did they discover the leukemia?
Well, she was just tired. She didn't really complain about pain, but she was just tired. She couldn't get up and do what she wanted to do. She went to bed with her shoes on. She was too tired to take her shoes off. 2 or 3 nights I remember going up there and taking her shoes off of her, because she was too tired to take them off. I should have known then that something was wrong, but I didn't. But she had that then.
How long did that go on before she went to the doctor?
Well, not too long till I took her to the doctor. And at first he didn't tell me anything that was wrong. You know, she had that, because I guess he didn't know. But shortly he told me what she had, and he said, she had leukemia. Well, I didn't know no more than a goose what that was. And he said there's two kinds. He said there's a fast kind and a slow kind. He did that on his fingers. That was the fast one and that was the slow one. And he said she's got the fast one. He said I'll give her 6 months. Oh, them was the hardest words I think I've ever swallowed. And she lived 6 weeks. One of those 6 months to it, and she lived 6 weeks. But he said, I'll do everything I can to make her comfortable.
What was he able to do for her?
Nothing much. He said there just wasn't nothing they could do.
What did he do to make her comfortable?
Give her pain medicine.
Did it help?
A little bit. It made her comfortable enough to where she didn't cry with pain.
What kind of pain did she have? Like appendicitis or something, towards that order. Can you tell me about the day that she died? Can you tell me about the day that she died?
And I think just a minute. She was in the hospital. I take her to the hospital. She'd been in the hospital about not quite a week. And she just got tired and tired. She didn't complain of no pain. She just got more tired and couldn't do anything for herself. And I would try to feed her, and then they put needles in her to feed her. That didn't help either. I wouldn't want to go through that again.
Were you there with her when she died?
I was holding her in my arms.
Who else was there?
Who
else was there?
Her grandmother, Wesley's mother. Her and I'd been there all night with her.
Wes wasn't there? Wes wasn't there?
He was home with the other two. She died early in the morning. And he hadn't gone to work when she died. And it was the most beautiful sunrise. She died just about at sunrise. And that was the most beautiful sunrise I have ever seen. And I raised her up to see it she could see through the window in the hospital. We was on the 2nd floor. And I raised her up where she could see that sunrise. But it was the most beautiful sunrise. I've never seen one like it since.
What did you do after she died?
After she died? Well, I stayed home from work they told me to take. I had the best supervisor. He said, Audrey, I'm going to give you a month off from work. He said, take it and do what you can do that will help you and your family. He said, I've never lost a child. I can't tell you I know what it's like because I don't. But he said, you do what you have to do. Well, me and the kids went to Alabama, stayed a couple of weeks and come back home. Fooled around home and did what had to be done. Then I went back to work.
Did you do a funeral for her?
Hmm?
Did she have a funeral?
Did what?
Did she have a funeral?
Oh, yeah.
Where was she buried?
In Sunset Hills in Flint, Michigan. And when I think about it now, I wish I was sent her back to Alabama to the cemetery down there. And I don't know now, I can't tell you now why I didn't. In the meantime, while she was sick and I was having so much to do, Mama come up and stayed about a month with me. She was there when, my mother was there when she died. Did many kids, after about 2 or 3 weeks, about 2 weeks, we went back home with Mama to Alabama and stayed a little while. Went back home.
Millie was 12, right, Granny? Millie was 12 when she died?
12, yeah.
So Jim would have been about 14?
Yeah.
And how old was Marie?
I think she was 9. She remembers her real good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I believe she was 9, but because there was just about 3 years difference in them two, and there's 2.5 difference in Jim and Millie.
Do you remember the date that Millie died? Do you remember the date that Millie died?
September the 18th. Her birthday was the 17th. And she was 12 on the 17th, and she died the 18th.
What year was that?
I thought I would never forget that. Shoot, I can't remember that year.
Was it 45 or 47?
It might have been 47. She was 12. And she's born in Alabama. Her and Jim was born in Alabama. And Marie was born in Michigan.